Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now.
Like it's not.
You ain't got nothing to say. Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop doing this. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. Crazy. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up? It's the CO Show podcast. We getting started right here today. We're going to get down to business. How y'all doing today right quick?
Amazing.
I need the short version. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm alive. Thank you, Jesus.
You alive?
Good. How about you, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad you asked. But there's a young lady in Tennessee who's not doing too well. I guess she's of the Asian community. It was a young lady who met a guy on Hinge, and it's a dating app from what I'm told. Mm-hmm. I don't have any experience there. So
Gigi do.
Hell nah, I just seen this
Gigi's probably a
story.
little too young for dating apps.
Yeah.
But the young lady was basically conned out of $390,000. It was her inheritance from, I think, her mom dying. And she still has her dad. And she met a guy who evidently she liked, and he was of Asian descent as well. And
I was gonna say not the tender.
he basically was saying he was real heavy, like trying to push her on cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And trying to invest. And evidently she believed in him and the things that he was saying, so she invested the whole $390.
Oh, this was the interview with the woman and her father.
Or $300,000.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a guy. Yeah, I didn't know a guy was involved in that.
Yeah, that's who scammed
That's
her.
who scammed her through the app.
I did not know that.
And when she went, it was $390. When she went to take the money out, it said that she had to pay a tax of $380. Like, that didn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, but it's unfortunate. It's just like the whole Tinder swindler situation.
Did you hear he's trying to get $20K for club appearances?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. He is trying to get $20K. Oh, he'll get it. I think he'll get it.
Yeah.
Definitely in Vegas.
I can say
definitely.
maybe. How many times though? Who's finna keep coming out for this
Once,
man?
maybe twice. I think he's good for twice.
I think he's good for maybe twice if he's lucky.
Well, for his lifestyle, he probably only needs it once every other day because he has to get a new girl and take care of her for a day for $20,000. Yeah, think about the things he was doing though. Like you would be happy to meet the Tinder swindler if you didn't know he was a swindler.
Yep.
Like look at it. He took you out on a yacht.
Second swindle class, you gone. Like, come on. How many more 40K, 300,000K? How many enemies looking after you? Like, that kind of.
Does that put y'all on like high alert now with guys? Not to that level. But does that put you on high alert with guys and trying to like come at you sideways?
Oh yeah, I definitely think like with the whole scamming situation, that's believable. Like the cryptocurrency, that to me will be like a believable type situation. But that whole faking a murder and all that shit, hell no, that would immediately scream red flag.
But that's high level though. I'm thinking more like of smaller, like you meeting a guy.
But look how extreme.
Maybe him giving you some sob story about. Y'all don't meet that?
Nah. Come on. Let's be honest.
It has to be somebody
let's be real. Y'all have definitely met a woman or y'all know how the conversations go whenever you meet a girl, all of a sudden she becomes broke. Like, stop it. Oh, I need help doing this. I need help doing that.
I forgot my wallet. Again.
Or I'm going through this. Can I have
No,
that?
not even the wallet. It's just more like those types of girls.
Can you reimburse me on my gas?
When you meet them.
All that. It's all that type shit. Why y'all laughing? I'm saying it's all that type shit.
Anyway,
that's what bitches do.
Anyway,
that's what
but
women do.
You meet those. You meet those kind of girls, and they usually give you a sob story up front. Like you call it kind of starts with like, "Oh, how you doing today?" I'm not doing so well. Like, what's wrong? And sometimes guys are really nice guys, so they're really trying to figure out like what's wrong. Because guys want to help. Like a real man, a lot of times want to solve problems.
Yes. So, if he's interested, he's gonna go get it.
And the wrong women will feed off of that. Like, he wants to solve problems.
Manipulation.
I got a few of them for that nigga to solve.
I agree. Yes.
So, yeah, you're always on. Like on guard for that, and even the girls who love to go out to eat, those types, You're on standby for that. But from a woman's standpoint, like, I'm sure there are guys out there who do those types of things. So I was just asking.
The only time I probably get got like that is if I really, really knew that person and it seemed like they was having hard times with like a dude and it's fresh and it's new, that's immediately scream red flags. Anytime you get the crying, anytime we do something and we just kind of talking, I'm out. A nigga always want to come to my house, I'm out. Like, you giving me red flags. Why you always want to come out? You ain't got a house? Like, what's going on? Why do we even gotta go to houses? Let's go on dates. Let's get to know each other. Like, let's kick it. Like, what the
Dates?
fuck?
What are those?
Oh,
Like, going out. What are you talking about?
niggas don't do that shit no more.
Not real shit. But, yeah. Kanye seems to not have a problem getting a date.
I know. I like the Shanae girl. She cute.
I did too.
Kanye, her name is
But how
Chaney.
does
Is it Chaney or Shanae? Shanae Jones.
But how does she
Shanae and
feel
Janae.
about being constantly called the Kim Kardashian lookalike? You know what I'm
Depends
saying?
on what is her goal.
Exactly.
But why does he want something like that? Then I mean, that's it's
First of all,
Julia. It's another
Tiffany,
Julia.
Let's
like,
keep it
come on.
real. First of all, Julia was just hit to me, but that's me personally.
yeah.
Julia
She
wasn't a
attractive to me.
lookalike,
She busted
though.
wide open.
She wasn't looking like, but with all these BBLs, facial surgeries, everything, come on, y'all. Can we just keep it real? Everyone's starting to get that same type of signature.
But I don't
face
even know what
look.
Shanae looks like without sunglasses.
She looks like him.
Yeah, she looks like him. But she
does?
looks Hispanic
Yeah.
though.
She's
You can tell
gorgeous.
she's Hispanic.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's dope. She's absolutely dope. Kanye likes that type.
I like that type better than Julia.
50 Cent says it's different.
He said it's different.
That's what he said
She
about
got
his girl
love.
when they asked him about dating foreign chicks. He's like, it's just different.
Question.
okay.
When's the last time he's actually been with a black woman?
Who?
Kanye.
Well, since Amber Rose, that
You
might
mean
be
like
your last little boo.
you mean like in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean that we can say.
Yeah.
Is Amber Rose black?
Yes,
She's
black.
she's mixed.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She weird. Anyway, but a
She black.
100% black girl, it had to probably be the girl before his mom died. I
So
can't
the
remember.
one when he was on the come up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who was
That
that?
young lady.
So
She's a Delta.
he
and she
rapped,
been throwing that
about it.
dynasty.
He rapped
sign.
about it in the first album.
okay.
Yeah. She was pretty cool. Like
She was
same with
pretty,
Kobe. He was a teenager. He was coming into the league.
Interesting.
He had that black girl. Then he ended up coming to LA and he went out with Brandy to the prom and then he got his girl. It is what it is. But yes, anyway, Kanye has a new chick, a new muse. Kanye is one of those people I'm learning that he cannot be alone.
No.
Like he has to be
Might be a Gemini thing.
entertaining somebody.
But I mean, look at the documentary says that he literally had someone follow him for X amount of years. He's had an entourage. He's had someone there with him
Around.
all
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
All
Is
the
he
time.
the only
But
child?
that's a little bit, yeah, he
Yeah, I
was.
think
Yeah.
so.
That's a little bit
Yeah.
different
Has
than
a lot to
having
do with it.
female, like you have to be.
But companionship is companionship is companionship is companionship.
No, me hanging out with my dog, or me hanging out with some guy that's doing a documentary on me. And
No,
for
I
20
understand.
years,
It's worlds
different
different.
than-
Yes, but I'm still saying being in a
still
room by
somebody's
yourself.
just there.
Yeah,
with
someone
me,
being
yes.
there.
No, I'm not
period.
even referring to that. I'm referring to having to be
In a relationship?
almost in a relationship. You being in a room alone ain't got nothing to do with nothing. for me.
Well,
Like for me, Kanye seems like a person who has to have this woman beside. And it's weird because he wasn't that way pre-Kim. Like he had
Amber Rose.
I don't
Amber
think it
Rose,
was as public.
but he was never like
But
every
he
day.
stayed in a relationship. That nigga,
Who?
we can't sit up here and say since he's been in the limelight, Kanye stayed in some shit like
No,
in a
when
relationship.
he was after Kim, he was not in a like not a public one.
You mean
Like,
before Kim?
When he was
Before
when
Kim?
he was after Kim, like when he was. There was a time when Kanye used to show up on the Kardashians. She
Yeah.
was in a marriage at that time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't dating him. So like
I thought he was with Amber Rose at that time.
no, this
no, he
was
wasn't.
no, he
was
wasn't.
just sick.
They
He
had
was
broken up.
Probably doing him.
He was
but he
literally-
he had a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
trust me, Kanye is
So
the
when I gotta
perfect
go,
example
yeah.
of don't let that nigga tell you that's your friend. Like that nigga's around. That nigga has made it clear to you, like, look, you ain't
Eventually.
free right now. But eventually you're gonna be free.
I know that's
I'm
right.
putting in my motherfucking
Say that shit.
girl.
Like marriage, man.
Yes, he did that damn
He
thing.
did. He waited.
How would y'all feel about a guy that wants to dress you? Like how Kanye does with the
Is it control?
Right.
Or is
It depends on the
The real
context.
question is, can he dress?
I don't know. He added some flavor. I ain't gonna lie. He
But Kanye's bag is different though.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
the money bag. I'm just saying like Kanye's let me woo you bag is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like most women are going to be excited if a nigga says, look, I know you got your little closet right here, cool. I'm gonna take you over to this hotel. I got a room full of new designer shit
Yes.
for you. Most women gonna be like, "What?"
Right.
That's
Okay.
all- that's
Yeah,
a different-
that's hard. It's
that's
like a
a-
shopping spree.
Yes, absolutely. And you ain't even gotta go nowhere.
You ain't
It's
gotta go
all
nowhere.
right here for you.
But here it goes. He's picking out what you're going to wear. Because that's what he does with them.
It's not like he's putting one outfit on the bed and it's like, all right,
Yeah,
put that on
like
tonight.
you
Like, you know,
wearing
he's
that.
giving her a slew of 20 different options.
Yeah.
Not from the Kardashian show. He wasn't. He picked
You know-
out her outfit.
But no, that's,
Design them
well,
shits.
with that being said, she has also gone on award shows and has verbally made it very clear, thank you to my husband, my ex-husband,
Yeah.
for introducing me to the design or the, you know,
'Cause I-
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that kind
I
of
saw her
industry.
out in a couple of recent
So,
pictures this week.
The fashion
and
industry.
She dresses just like Kanye. Right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
all
But
black.
I mean, how long were they together? How long were they
Yeah.
married? You know,
Yes.
you become one. You're with that person all of the time. You know,
Yes.
and now we're branding together, so it becomes a different dynamic.
I think it's an issue if he was like telling her she couldn't
yeah,
wear
you
this
couldn't wear
or
that.
couldn't wear that.
I put
to
something
go
on the
out.
bed for you. Just be ready in
where
10
it's the
minutes.
difference.
That's
I know
different.
it sounds
you know?
crazy, but it's
Yeah.
like if a man was like micromanaging how I stepped
Yeah.
out, that's different.
Yeah.
But to suggest and be like, hey, baby, and it's actually really cute, I might fuck with
I
it.
agree.
But I think also it would be different if she was dating Kanye. Like, if it was Joe Schmo who had a regular job as an accountant and he was trying to dress her, that's a little bit different. Even if he got a bag.
Even if you
It's
got
Kanye.
the fashion sense.
Like, Kanye has been to school for fashion.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Kanye has interned at Louis Vuitton
Right.
for fashion.
But it's
Like,
fucking bums that
it
can
ain't-
dress their ass off. It's fucking accountants that can
No, I'm
dress
not saying
their
they
fucking
can't.
ass
I'm
off.
just saying you're talking about someone whose background
Right.
is fashion.
Right.
So it's not like you're asking some regular person
Right.
who has no background and
or a
has
man
not
that's trying to
studied
like
this.
cover you.
Oh, that's true too.
You know what I'm saying? Because some men
this
just
sheet
want
on,
to
girl.
Yeah.
Not
You
put
don't
this
go
sheet
outside
on.
like
Why you
that.
gotta wear that, baby? Throw a turtleneck on. Bye, nigga.
Goes great with
Girl,
my
it's kind
fisherman
of cold
boots.
outside.
It ain't that cold.
Hey, it matches my fisherman boots.
Oh,
And I mean, even the fashion that she's wearing, like you say she's dressing like Kanye. Let's be honest. High fashion has no gender.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she's dressing like a man. I'm saying to you.
No, I'm saying,
They
but being
just favor.
introduced
They
to
got
even that
similarities.
world.
what
yeah.
seemed to has like, I don't know, and I'm not going to fashion shows.
Right.
But before Kanye, I don't really know a lot of people who was walking around in all black in the summertime.
Yeah.
With
Or
black
a
jeans,
full-on face
black
mask over their
boots,
head.
Face mask over their
And
head.
sunglasses. You
I don't
understand?
know. I would give that whole, and maybe it didn't start with Kanye, but just in public in this country,
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't seen another person
right.
doing that. So that's why I say she kind of mimicked his style. And yes, they were together forever.
One word.
I have a question for
Genius.
y'all coming up in the next.
I agree. I've been saying it forever. He is a
Genius.
creative genius. He
I have a
has been
question
that.
for y'all because I don't have a Snapchat, but coming up in the next segment, a young lady named Justine Scott says if your guy uses Snapchat, he's doing it for some. He's for sure doing some shit he shouldn't be doing. I want y'all to answer that or rebuttal that when we come back. Coming
got
up,
proof.
we are back. All right, ladies. I don't have a Snapchat. Never had a Snapchat, but
All right, you a good man. Go on, CEO.
no, I'm just old.
But he got plenty of dating apps.
That's
Plenty.
a good man.
Girl, bye. Ask him how many dating apps he got on there.
How many dating apps you got?
My dating app days been over. Bro.
All right.
I've had a dating app
That's what I'm
in years.
I
would-
no.
but
Do
dating
not
apps-
congratulate this man for having dating apps days over, and then congratulate him for not having Snapchat. That's crazy. No,
No, dating
he
apps were a
didn't need
thing.
Snapchat.
Huh? No,
He
you
had
did-
dating apps.
All
No,
right.
but this is for men who are in. They're saying men in relationships who have Snapchats are cheating.
That's how fifth host.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know anything about it, so you school me right
So
quick.
Snapchat, you go on there right, and when you DM and the person open it, as soon as they see it, it's
It
gone.
disappears.
So you got to write in like two sentence.
You on your own.
messages.
Hey, I done missed some shit and had to say.
I mean,
"What,
but
baby?"
you can hold your screen. You can screenshot it if you please.
You can
but the
screenshot
moment
it, but that's gonna
leaves
show
your
that dude
screen,
that you got screenshot.
it
He may
disappears.
quit messaging your ass.
Oh, so the
after
other
he
person
get
can
the
see you got
screenshot.
screenshot it.
absolutely yes.
Oh,
Hence,
Yes.
Tristan, what's his name? Tristan Thompson.
Tristan
That's how
Thomas,
he
yeah.
met
That's how,
Marley.
Yeah. That's how he
Really?
met a lot
Baby
of those
mama
women,
number.
right? Because those messages disappear essentially. So there's no proof of us
That I
communicating
talk to you.
at
What
all.
you mean I talk to you? It's
Yeah.
erased. And that's what they did with Instagram. Vanish mode.
Yeah.
They're trying to create vanish mode.
Same concept. But with Snapchat, you actually can save messages. You have to
Yes.
choose to save the messages, but
Yes.
you can save them. By default, they do not. They
Yes.
disappear immediately. Pictures, video, words, whatever.
so you save the message individually or as a whole
You have
setting?
to
no,
save it.
individually. And then again, the other person can see that you've done this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta be a scum to be saving messages and shit like that.
Look at.
No, that's just weird, man. Like who? Like I'm not.
I say messages because some people say motivational things on there.
No,
too.
I'm saying for people who are like, I'm not a girl, so I'm not like. I wouldn't be around here like saving people's messages.
Well, you
for
might,
later
because you
on.
might have to prove to your bitch. This what your nigga just sent me.
Corey.
Prove to it.
Wow.
You might have to send to someone. Like receipts. Some women create receipts like to protect themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it ain't me, sis. This what he said. Oh, okay. Because when she checks his snap, it's gone.
See,
so
I'm
she's
not
thinking. You
So
get
for
what
you
I'm
to call
if
these
I'm a
women
woman-
cruel, their mindset is already I'm already dealing with someone that's involved. So
Right.
what kind of moral compass do I really have any
Anyway.
goddamn way?
Yeah, but as a woman, I'm still not answering. Like if a woman, I'm not answering somebody's questions. Like nigga, if you got questions about your nigga, go ask your nigga.
You're
like
supposed to,
I'm not
but
doing
see,
all
the
that.
world we live in, this good old
Like,
world
I've
we
had
live
niggas in the past
It sounds
who would
good.
call me, and I'm like, nigga, you gotta go talk to your
sounds
girl.
good.
It sound good. It's a different
Why
generation.
are you calling me?
Why you
Like-
calling my
like,
girl?
bruh,
I
hey.
never heard of a nigga doing that, but they doing that.
Oh,
The, fun-
2022.
the funny thing though is the nigga who calls you with his girl present, and I'm like, my nigga, aren't you there with her? Talk to her.
Right.
Like, why are you talking
Ask
to me?
her.
Hey.
The niggas
Like-
be on ass her then, ass her then.
Hey.
Making me sound
Right,
guilty as
yeah.
hell.
Like,
Roger.
nigga,
I quickly tell you, correct him because I'll say shit to make him want to hang up the phone and beat you.
Oh my god!
Like,
Not even
We
that,
know who
because
the snitch is.
I've thought about that
I'm talking
before.
about, like you call me, I'll make up shit. I don't even care. Like, don't call me.
Right. We know who the snitch is.
I've thought about that before, and I'm like, you don't really know the nigga, so you don't really know,
Right.
like what kind of
Right.
position
Right,
she
right.
could be in
Right,
currently.
exactly,
Too.
exactly.
And for me, I'm just like this happened to me a few years ago, and I was like, who's your girl? I just kept saying who, and I really did not know his girl.
Who is your girl?
I'm like, who's your girl? And he said her name, and I'm like, does she have a nickname?
Oh my god, what's she there?
She was there.
Oh my god.
Do she drive her?
Lisa, thinking around with Lisa.
And I was just like, does she have a nickname?
Same
Same
girl.
girl.
I'm just so confused. I'm like, bro, I'm looking through my phone as he's talking. It's like 1:00 in the morning, and I'm looking through my phone. And he's like,
Unbelievable.
I'm like, I don't have a girl
Did
in
she
here by
work
that
for
name.
TBS?
I'm like, bro, and he's like irate, like, don't be calling my fucking girl. And I'm like, bro, what's her nickname?
Yeah.
Like, does she have one?
Send me a
That's
picture of
bad.
her.
Can you send me a picture?
And
Are you
it's-
trying to be funny?
and I can hear her. I can hear her in the background. I'm like, I don't think I know her.
Oh
I don't.
my!
And I don't know, man. Like that.
Did you know
it's
her?
just, huh?
Did you know?
I still
So-
don't know until
I
this day.
have a question. Being the other man,
Yeah.
why are you so highly judgmental of the other woman when she is in that position?
What do you mean?
Meaning, what? Just even right now, you got to be scum of the earth to save a message, but
Like-
listen to the people. Look at the people that you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, for instance, if you're the other man,
Mm-hmm.
what moral compass do you have?
Nigga, I'm not calling that nigga telling him
Well,
trying
I'm
to
not.
prove shit to him.
If I'm out there and if I was out there and I was still like doing like dating, I'm not really purposely going out and finding girls who have niggas. Like that particular girl, I still don't know who she is till this day. But I wasn't running around looking for girls who had niggas. But if a nigga approached me or called me about a woman, I'm like, bro, you need to talk to her. Because first I'm trying to figure out who she is. Because I was walking around in the street, and you don't want to be blindsided. So
Oh yeah,
for
I can
me,
get that,
I
yeah.
would just be like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
And a lot of times, girls like have nicknames, and I'm like, bro, you're calling her
What's
real
her
name.
IG name?
What's her nickname?
What's her IG name?
Like, yeah,
What's her handle?
Right.
Yeah, but most dudes,
Facebook?
like when I was out there, I'm not tracking down the dude, whatever, because once I figured out, oh, she in a relationship, that's your relationship you fucking up, not mine.
But it's usually the women. It's
Yeah,
usually
so-
the women that's gonna trace it down because I ain't gonna lie, I'm an IG detective. I've never reached out personally to a woman. But I did have access to this nigga page. I was dating at the time. We had each other's passcode. So a girl was messaging him and it went whatever. So, I had said something, but it was like under his name. So it's never been like, Gigi said. But I did respond back and she knew, like, I could tell she could tell by,
Well, yeah, by the way you messaged.
Yeah,
by the way, I
so
can
she
definitely
like,
tell.
because I was trying to get some more information, okay? I always keep it player.
Speaking of a player,
Didn't work.
my dog Magic Johnson Magic Johnson was diagnosed with AIDS. I think it was 1992. Was it 20
Yeah, it was like
years ago?
91, 92,
26
something like
years
that.
ago.
Yeah.
I think it was 92. He made the big announcement about him having HIV. It was not well received by all the NBA players. He was still a player at the time.
Yes.
Right.
And one of them in particular, Karl Malone. I think that Karl Malone was ignorant at that time. And I
A
don't.
lot of people were.
He's
I
still
don't
ignorant to
think
this
that
day.
he's like just a bad person, because I've heard great things about Karl Malone. But I think as far as how you handle it and what was going on, he stated that he did not want to play at the same time as Magic because he didn't want, like, he's like, look, we're out here, we're running around, we're bumping into each other, we're sweating, we could get, anybody could get cut. And he feels like he could have that. They did an interview with Magic recently, and Magic talked about how he slept with 6 women at one time, and it was a big to-do about how did Magic really get HIV.
Oh, that's how he got it.
Well, they never
We
answered
never
it in
know,
the
'cause
interview.
at that time, it also was associated with gays and homosexuals.
right.
So
And for those
and
for
drug
people,
users.
for people who don't know,
That ain't how he's got
Sometimes.
associated.
for people who don't know, like
Nope.
I was a little educated on this a couple of years ago, because there's things I didn't know about how you get it, and I knew someone. She was highly educated, and she worked in the medical field, and she talked to me, and she just basically said, "Look, people think that it's this gay disease because the only people who, not only, most of the people who get it are people who are being penetrated.
Yeah.
So outside of women, who's being penetrated? Gay men.
Right.
So that's why it was viewed as this gay disease starting out. And even most recently, with all the increase in the people getting HIV and AIDS, it's been women, especially in Atlanta. It's been highly women. Some of which I believe is because, bro. Some of which I believe is because I think that there's a lot of people out here not wearing condoms.
Yes.
And I've heard guys talk, and a lot of them say that women really aren't making you use them. Even women that they don't even really know like that.
And men ain't wearing them like that.
Well, it
We
takes
know
2 to
that.
tango.
It takes 2 to tango.
Absolutely. But for how you contract it, I would think that as a woman, you would be highly, like, way more cautious because there's so many things for you to get.
Yes.
And there's so many things that men sometimes know they have, sometimes don't even know that they have.
Oh, men can be
Exactly.
carriers of
Yeah.
a lot of things that don't
Yes.
affect them.
And they
yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, and it could affect you 10 times
worse.
worse
Absolutely.
than it affects a man. And it brought me to this right quick before we close out. Young lady, Brittany Renner, put up a post and said she hates, does he know what that is? Condoms.
Okay.
And sometimes I think she says things to, like,
To
give
get
herself relevance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes she could be telling the truth. Maybe it's what she really feels. Just thinking about it, I'm like,
Did she
maybe
go
that's
into how she's protecting herself?
she recently had a child with PJ Washington, so maybe she's not protecting herself.
I'm saying if you're not using condoms, and I'm saying other protective measures are going to the doctors frequently. Going, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, how is she
I'll-
making sure she's straight?
I'll say
Yeah.
this. After I watched the interview, Cam Newton has a podcast and she was on it.
Okay.
Apparently they knew each other prior and they set up the interview, now because
Yeah,
he's doing a podcast. I think, without saying it, she's talking about when she's in a relationship. Just given
Yes.
how
Oh,
she
okay.
carried herself on the podcast.
Okay.
Because she really ain't out there. Like, the stuff that you think without knowing her.
No, you said like it's clickbait.
Yeah.
She know,
Yeah,
she know
it's
what she's
clickbait.
doing.
Yeah,
Even
so
with the book.
I-
You know what I'm saying?
Because the book apparently only mentions like maybe 7 people, I think, and
Okay.
no list. She said no list out there is correct. Some of them are obvious, but the
Yeah.
whole complete list of who she's been with are not complete. But I think
Okay.
she's alluding to relationships. I don't think she
Yeah.
just means in general.
How long did it take you before you were with your wife? For sure that you guys stopped using protection.
What protection?
It was less than 3 months, and because my son, she was pregnant within the first year of us being together.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so less than probably 3 months, maybe 6.
Okay.
And I mean, maybe it's personal, but do you guys get tested before every partner?
I did at that point in my. Oh, well, actually, no. Before my wife, we hadn't discussed.
Oh, I thought you meant him and his wife.
No, I'm saying before. No, before.
No, I mean, but
Oh,
at
shit.
that time I was doing it for people.
Because I know when you get pregnant, that is something that they check immediately.
Yes.
They check for all STDs. They
Yes.
check for HPV. They check
Yes.
for a lot of things. Yeah, when you're pregnant, by default, they let you know.
I was pretty much in the house at the time, so so it really wasn't no
Just
big
curious.
worry for me.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody would have really had to have it and not know it for me to know, catch it.
catch it.
Yeah.
That's enough of that for the day. That's our time for the day, y'all. Let them know to find you at GG.
Well, make sure you follow me, JIGI_DNIRO, baby, and I don't buy. Get checked.
All right.
Knowing is beautiful. Stay
Yeah,
beautiful.
Please strap up out there. You can find me at JULIOATL_.
And if you don't, this is what happens. So you can find me and Mozzie at TIFFANYFELICIANO. That's Tiffany Feliciano on Instagram.
And you can find all of us at
The CO Show Podcast.
right here at the bottom of the screen.
And you can find me at the.co.show. Again, that's at the.co.show.
You know, heard
We'll
that,
see you next week. We out.
Peace.
Gang, gang.